Yeah, welcome back to Not a Garage. Change the heater core, get it done. Now, doing this with the LT1 in here, the 3.8 or even the 3.4 is a nightmare, especially the LT1. You're very limited to space already as it is. Now, this whole piece right here, it comes down, it's these two, and you got this one I've got bent, and this one, the hook onto the water pump. That whole piece is about $160 to $200 for an AC Delco part, depending on where you get it from. I'm going to get the AC Delco, which is $161. So I'm not going to worry about these hoses back here. I'm going to cut them because they're going to be a nightmare, and they're probably old and rotted onto the heater core in the car. Now, the main reason I'm changing the heater core is because this car blew a head gasket, hence the engine that I'm building. So I want all that, any chance of contaminants out of it, just like my other cars having issues. Anyway, so let's get this cut off. Now, I don't have that fancy tool to take these factory clamps off with, so I just use a vice grip. Do it that way. Pipe ends here. This is obviously the inlet. I think this is bigger. Okay, and yeah, they're seized on there pretty good. So I'm gonna take a razor blade and slit this. Yeah, it's not very good inside of the heater core there. So I just slit these since I'm gonna be replacing this. If you don't plan on replacing this hose set, you're gonna need some WD-40 back here. Maybe even cut the pipe, cut the hose, get the hose off, and just put a stretch of hose with a clamp to here. Maybe a Dremel will take this aluminum pipe off if you don't want to spend the $100+ to change this. But as far as these little pieces go where I cut it and then ripped it off, I'm just taking the vice grips and then I'm just twisting it. It comes off. Maybe that'll help you, I don't know. Whew. So let's go remove the glove box and pull it. Boy, it's been a long time since I've driven this car. These are old socks I keep for rags. I took this kick panel off. It's my fuel injectors. She's coming together. We're cutting her together. We're getting her together. Okay. I'm guessing because of this metal tab back here, it should be these 3 7s. Okay, it is the 3 7mm. Out she comes. And to get to the heater box, what do we got? A couple down here. This is a 5.5, 5.5. I'm kind of wondering on 4th gens if I have to take the whole dash out to do this heater core. It is tucked in there. So there was a 4th screw right here. It seems like it would just come down. Long and behold, another one. One, two, three, four, 5.5mm screws holding this back side of the heater core box. Interior, will it pull straight down? Gonna have to disconnect this. Maybe not. That's actually not that bad. Engineering was a lot better than the 3rd gens. The materials and the quality was a lot better too. I definitely prefer a 4th gen. And there she is. Is that is the element. Is it just this one holding it in? Let's find out. I'm gonna use both hands and pull it. I might push it from under the hood. I came under here and tried to wiggle these and realized I was feeling around the back side of them, feeling how big the hoses are. And then I went like this and I cracked it. I don't know if you can see the crack on the box housing or not, but there's a little screw there. Is it 5.5 like the interior, or is it 7? So that little screw is another 5.5. You see where I broke it now? It was right on in. I did move the vacuum lines up over it before I damaged them. I stopped and moved them. Just a little wiggling. There it is. That's what I was waiting on. This grommet I'm going to have to reuse. No. Get Dex Cool out of your LT1. It's always a good sign. Wow, it's already got damage on it. I really hate when they do that. One of my Firebird did the same thing, but it doesn't leak. Wow, it's got lots of damage to it. I'm going to match it up with the old one. I need this grommet. I mean, they're pretty identical. Kind of pick your poison. This one seems a little bit taller. It's going to set right in there. You know what? It's not just a grommet, it's a whole little piece they put there. That's why it broke on me. It pops off the pipes. I wanted to see if this one twisted like the new one. Man, that's really unsettling. I could move the old one. Is this going to leak as soon as I put it in there? I think so. I don't know. The last one I bought for the Firebird was the same way. Both of them wiggled and it hasn't leaked, and that's been in there since 2013 or 14. is the wiggle room so I don't damage the vacuum lines. There you go. There you go. Wow, with one hand it's not easy, and I don't want to damage anything. So I got it, but the one pipe is not going out. I was catching on this, and no new damage. Okay, good. Oh, I see. I got to get it up and move it to the side. If you look under the hood, there's actually plenty of room. It's actually, even though from the inside it looks like it's hitting the wall, firewall, it's got plenty of room to come forward, so I just need to cram it. Here's what it's looking like. So she just needs to go forward. Wow, that actually just kind of slipped right on in there. It didn't even take 2 seconds. This little old stuff they use insulation for the heater core. I'm gonna look under the hood before I put that bracket and bolt right there. So I'm gonna look under the hood and see how it looks. Yeah, she's in. So I'm gonna go put that bracket on, start putting stuff back together. You know, to be honest, this really wasn't that bad of a job. I haven't even been out here 30 minutes. Well, doing this project, not the other ones. But I also don't have the motor top pin on to deal with. That's on. Let me make sure no damage has occurred anywhere. Okay, let's start sliding this back up. What is that, dirt? Let me wipe that down. That's better. Now that it smells like Clorox and lemon, push her on up. Make sure that you don't need to take out this one or this one, just for a reference. You don't need to take those out. All right, so just for clarification, 1, 2, both 5.5 millimeters. That's it on the heater box cover on the interior. 1, 2, 3 that I took off. You do not need to. It's just 1 and 2. Both on this side. Put the glove box back. Make sure you have this flap on the hinge flipped over on the inside. You just got the 3 7 millimeters under the glove box. 1, 2, 3, 7 millimeter. One last thing I've got to do is, okay, I got the grommet back on. I put the little brace on, and then the screw dropped down there. And I'm not taking it all back out. So anyways, that's it for the heater core replacement. Of course, it is a lot easier if you can stand in the engine bay, and you know, half the engine isn't even on here. But as a bonus, I am going to remove this. You're going to be replacing this whole line. What is that? Is that a Torx bit? We're going to be replacing this whole piece. I'll put it up on the screen and show you where I bought it and how much I paid for it off eBay for an AC Delco part. This Torx bit is a T40. weird that it didn't use the 10 millimeter. Yep. And I'll show you what this piece looks like. Heater core mounts on the right side like this. Those go up to your cooling system. This is for an LT1. Anyways, put the picture up of the AC Delco part I bought off of eBay and how much it costs. It's not here yet. Otherwise I'd be putting it in. But before I put this video up, if it gets here, I'll put it in then. Heater core's in. That'll do it for this time. Thanks for watching my junk.